Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, I hope you all had a refreshing lunch and ready for an exciting panel. So, today we have an incredible lineup of speakers and who have made their mark in the industry and driving the future of PR and communications. And they are the ones who are who are redefining the success of the industry with fresh strategies, innovation, and new approaches. So today's topic is what does PR success look like in 2025, and we'll learn it about from the 40 and the 40 perspective. So today we'll explore the key trends, challenges, and opportunities that will define the PR success in 2025 from the perspective of 40 under 40 leaders present here with us today, and explore what it takes to thrive in the communication industry in the future. So I'll quickly start the discussion. So welcome all the speakers. We'll start with you, Anne. So my first question is, how do you define PR success in 2025?
Good afternoon, everybody. We all had a sumptuous lunch. Please don't sleep off. We're going to make it interesting as possible. Thank you, Ridhika, for the question. PR success for me would be, you send out a message to your audience, and you're not talking about a launch, or you're not talking about, okay, this happened. You're talking about you are developing a connection with your audience. That would be a success. In one form, it's a good balance between a human connection and the digital transformation that we are in. So if we find out that balance, and if we can reach out to audience in a, ignite conversations. Like we have seen that Zomato recruited job, that email that was a talking point all over the social media, like on LinkedIn. It was content for all the content creators on all the social media channels. So that thing created conversations all around, not for a day, but for weeks long. So that kind of impact is what I would say a success would look like.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting take. So moving to Lovely.
Yeah, so I agree with Anne, whatever she said. Uh, Also, I will just add to what she mentioned. It's about connection, of course, creating connection with the brands and the audience. But you should also maintain the brand value and also keep the communication transparent. That's balance should be there. That's what I would like to say.
Okay, moving to Mansirat now.
Thank you so much for having me here. Good afternoon, everybody. So, totally agree with what they've said. Also, I feel for the success in the years to come, urban markets, have already reached their saturation. So I feel there has to be a focus on the markets beyond the metros, which will lead to higher success. We're all aware more than 60% of the population resides in these non-metros. So if these consumers, these target audience aren't tapped, aren't reached out to, I think brands will not be able to connect with them, and vice versa. So I feel it's time that we move beyond the urbanization and tap into these markets to connect deeper with our audience. So that will play an important role in the success of PR in the year to come, I feel.
Yes, yes. So moving forward, and you can also give a comprehensive answers from now on. So I would like to know, let's start with you, Lovely. Like what key trends are shaping the PR industry, and how should professionals under 40 should prepare for them?
So of course, we all know AI is the key trend. Like we all should embrace changes, whatever. It's a learning phase whenever even if you are 40, under 40, or even if you join PR industry, it's about change. The life is about emerging changes, and you have to accept it. So yeah, AI is one of the biggest tools, and you must, of course, put in your common sense and human touch to it, of course, but you must learn all these AI tools. That's one of the biggest trend that should go.
Okay, moving to Anne.
I think I would categorize these key trends in PR into three categories. One would be a brand with a purpose. And when I say brand with a purpose, we see hashtag sustainability is trending. So green, eco-friendly, and everything. So, you know, when I see a brand, when audience see a brand, they want to connect that with a purpose, a cause for it. So that would be one thing. And borderless PR. So if you see, the line is blurring between advertising, PR, social media influence, and marketing. So all these disciplines are evolving together. So this is the time to utilize all this. So there's a storytelling happening all over the platforms. So it's not just storytelling. Every brand has a story to tell. Everybody, even person, even I have a story to tell. Even you have a story to tell. All of us here have some story or the other. So how do you connect that storytelling with science and then put it out with a strategy? That would be one trend to think about. The other day, I had a discussion with my boss on what to talk about in this panel, and we had a discussion. And during that time, we went through this new news update. This famous designer, I'm forgetting the name. Sabyasachi, yes. So Sabyasachi has said in one of the interview that print is coming back. The print is coming back. The digital people are saturated with digital media. So they want that when you say human connection, you know, reading it out from a newspaper, it gives out a different feeling. So that's again another trend, you know, the re-emergence of print. So that's it. One more, but I forgot. Yeah.
Okay, so Mansirat?
So I totally agree with what Anne said on the storytelling. I feel, yes, everybody is here to tell a story. But what the consumer, what the audiences are looking for is genuine storytelling, right? They've become really, really smart these days. No more ashy campaigns for them. They want to know how you're connecting with them. How are you? Emotional pulse is what all the brands need to look out for, right? So genuine storytelling is something that is trending. Consumers know what is right and what is wrong. So just going there, connecting and having that thing that, you know, connects the brands with them is something I feel is certainly trending. Other than that, I feel a more humanized approach. You know, when you're there connecting to somebody, a two-way communication, it has a deeper impact. So brands need to go there, outreach, you know, talk to their consumer more often, has to have a very close-knit connection with them. So humanized stories, genuine storytelling, I think we need to be really honest with what we are doing. So I think that certainly is trending.
Okay, I think that's really great. And thank you for sharing your perspective. So moving forward, like you all work in a very dynamic environment. PR is ever evolving and very dynamic. So I would like to know some of the ethical challenges PR professionals face and what skills and mindset will differentiate them like in today's environment, will help them differentiate, stand out. So we'll start with Anne.
So if we take data for a matter, so there's no problem in accessing information. So media strategies, like the trends in media, everything, you get everything. So how do you make sense of that data? So that is something is challenging for anybody in the PR industry, even for journalists, for a PR professional. There's a lot of data out there, and it's not like 10, 20 years back where data is like it's gold mine, but here it's in the tip of your hand. So how do you pick and choose what data to be taken and give it out? So that is one challenge or one thing that PR professionals face. When you talk about ethics in PR, So we can be approached by brands uh, to talk about their brand with some tags attached to it. Like, for example, like I said, eco-friendly, sustainability. So, for us to choose what is right and wrong, it's your battle to pick. So, yeah.
Moving to Bansirat now.
So I think a lot of challenges in terms of ethics. I think every profession does have, but for us, I feel because India has a very diverse culture, right? Every zone has a different culture, multiple languages in this country. So I feel that having one approach to all isn't something that works here. We need to really know the culture of the people that we are connecting with. A North Zone person won't connect with the culture of the South person, right? So I feel being sensitive towards the culture is something we face a challenge with sometimes. And I think we need to really, really understand, and they should resonate with what we're saying. Do your homework. Understand what kind of approach you're, moving towards when you are doing your PR strategies. I also feel there's a very thin line between truth and spin, how everybody thinks we're always highlighting just the good parts and, hiding away from the facts that aren't supposed to be highlighted. But I think we as PR professionals need to decide where that line has to be drawn. Of course, we're always there to highlight the factors, but at the same time, do not make yourself fall into that dishonest, because people there do not forget these days. So we need to be really, really truthful to what our brand is and to the consumers as well. So I feel these are some challenges that you sometimes face to where to draw that line. So, yeah.
So I'll add one more question to it. Like, we are entering a hyper-tech, like, digital world. So what challenges are you guys facing handling the human connection and the AI part in your jobs? If you like to share any personal stories or any personal experience. So,
So yeah, critical thinking is something that needs to come, and AI. There are a lot of times that we get to hear from client that this is all Chat GPT. Where is your thought process and all of that? But that's what the humanization that I was talking about, the human thing that needs to come in there. That's the challenge that we face. You will everything and everyone will do is they will just Google it and then they'll find out that these are similar. So that is the biggest challenge I think in this industry, which the whole industry is facing, and balancing the misinformation, managing the misinformation, and also balancing clients' interest with the public trust, of course, is one of the things that basically balancing everything is one of the key strength that you can develop, and that's I think one of the biggest challenges there.
okay, thank you. So, Anne, would you like to share any personal experience?
I I am embracing AI like anything. So I like using it, and so so we have an idea to structure um that idea and to implementing it. So we can use AI to deliver our. So for example, for a for an article to be written, so we can use the help of AI to do it. So that's how living in this era where AI is everywhere. I mean, we use it on our daily life. So we should embrace it and not shy away from it, but also the accountability part. So as a brand, as a PR professional, as a client, like we should be accountable to, like AI is moving, we are in a fast moving world. So accountability is also should come like in a lightning speed. So we should, so I think it's a very, really good phase to be with this advent of AI, and it's cutting short of the time that we spend on the mundane, of daily mundane. So we can use that to develop strategies. We can use that to some other, brainstorming sessions while cutting short of the other timing.
So I think you all have shared all the trends and the skills and the qualities PR professionals should develop to thrive in today's landscape. So moving on to the last question of the panel, and I would like all of you to share one lesson or for the young professionals that are entering the industry and how they should gain success in 2025 and in the future. So we'll start with Mansirat.
Lot of lessons, I think. Every day we're learning something. So one lesson, PR industry is just evolving, at a very fast pace. So I feel you need to still be a student, even if you've done your grad, postgrad. I feel learning hasn't stopped. It's just not restricted to textbooks or, appearing for your tests and all. Every day, see, AI has come into, we're all trying to adapt to it now, right? So I think if you're open to learning, PR is something that you should be in. I've been part of Fusion, and here, we are working with multiple clients on a daily basis. There are challenges. There are rewardings also, you're rewarded at the end of the day, but there is so much to talk about, so much to learn. So I think we should all be open to learning, and thriving is one lesson I feel I've learned in this industry.
Lovely. What's your advice?
One thing that never over-promise anything to your client.
That's an honest one.
Give them a real picture also. Of course, we are PR professionals, and it's our, responsibility to communicate what client is trying to say. But never over-promise your client. Give them a real picture that this is something that you'll get, and this is something that can be done. Of course, with creativity and ideas, you can come up with lots more. But I would suggest that this is one of the thing. And one more lesson is, I think, work-life balance. And that's the biggest thing, that work-life balance is something that you should always do. Work is work, and life should go on, of course. Yeah.
So, Anne?
Taking both the points with me today. So we are under 40, but not under 30. So we're dealing with a generation up and generation down, like the Gen Zs. Everybody dreads them. The kind of language they use and the kind of language that the people we report to, the boomers and Gen X, it falls apart. So I think, are under 40, we have an added responsibility to bridge that, the gap. So the Gen Z language, we don't speak, but we understand. And, when... Yes, we saw the transformation, yes. Yes, and we also know the people we are reporting to. Their language is completely different. When we started off with Orkut and Facebook and all, the language was different. For YOU, you say you are. So there were articles, there were news that this is going to be the language, official language, but that never happened. Yeah. And with the same, it's happening with Gen Z. We say, the Gen Z, they are the future. This is going to be that language formally. But no, no, I don't think we're using it in a formal document. Have you ever seen risk, skibidi, nothing? So, yeah. So, I think that would be one great lesson. There is a strict rule. We stick to it. While embracing the changes that's happening around, there is a formal way of expressing it and connecting these two different generations also. We have huge responsibilities. Yeah.
So I'll quickly take one more rapid fire question for all the speakers. So the question is, what one skill do you think every PR professional should develop today to ensure long-term success in a hyper-tech future? So
one word answer?
Yeah, one word answer.
Networking.
Networking. Lovely.
I think it would be empathy.
Empathy. Yeah. Okay.
I'll have 2 words. Do your homework. 3 in 5.
Thank you so much, speakers, for sharing your insights with us. And it was lovely discussing this topic with you.
Same